Продолжаем проходить Disco Elysium на моем канале. Меня зовут Андрей. Собственно, это вся информация, которую необходимо знать. Так вот, что я хотел сделать. Что мы можем сделать? Курильщик на балконе. Сегодня в 9 вечера мы придем к его квартире. Купить треники. Вообще у меня нет такой ветки диалога почему-то с ним. Особый борщ. Не знаю, где разузнавать об этом. 2 подписи. Блин. Спойте под караоке. Не знаю, где катушку найти. Вот это тоже, как найти вход, тоже не понимаю. Потребуется время. Потребуется время. Это в среду. Это тоже, когда пройдем туда. Не знаю, как поднять авторитет у него. Найти удостоверение тоже непонятно как пока что. Это на следующий день только. Тоже в среду. Вот про татуировки с этим типом можно поговорить. Правда, возможно, это будет конфликт. Ботинки, я так понимаю, ночью надо будет сделать, потому что тут, типа... А, не тут, это во время диалога, что ли, было? Или как? В общем, чтобы когда Ким будет спать, потому что иначе Ким всегда со мной ходит. Но вечером мы расходимся по своим номерам, и тогда надо, я смогу пойти, типа, выйти из комнаты в одиночку, я так понимаю, и сделать это. Холодильник, блядь. Где его найти, тоже не понимаю. Где холодильник-то? Секундочку. Попробую подписи поставить. Если мы закроемся в комнате. Вот мы в комнате закрылись. Что это такое, кстати говоря? Бутылки. А у меня тут полно бутылок. Как поставить подписи-то? Я это читал, кстати говоря. А, вот это вот. А я читал?
The face of King Freecell smiles at you. For some reason, the smile now strikes you as more forced than it did before.
Okay.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope, a 12 to 40 month construction period, and the zoning plan in the addendum.
Изучить план
The
зонирования.
youth center cuts into the ocean like the bow of some great modern ship. Apparently, it's going to cover most, if not all, of the street and the square between the existing houses. It's 3 stories tall.
Не могу ничего с ним сделать пока что. Нечего мне делать. Ладно, пойду тогда разговаривать с этим типом. Будь что будет.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
Думаю, ты можешь помочь мне расшифровать кое-какие татуировки.
Don't think so.
Suddenly, this feels like a really, really bad idea.
Мы расследуем убийство. Эти татуировки были у жертвы.
Silence. He takes the photo. Grey eyes dart back and forth on the glossy surface. His face is unmoving. Hard as a stone. But beneath it...
Fucking loincloths. Really did him in.
Голожопые?
Yeah.
Ты можешь рассказать мне, что означает татуировка?
What it means. I can tell you what this one means. Only one. You want to hear what happened here?
Да.
Our colonel is deep in the bush here. Deep in the fucking bush. In Benital, 41. Monsoon season. He's on a reconnaissance mission. He spent a month behind enemy lines, scouting kept villages. Nothing but fucking bugs and snakes for fun. Men are getting restless. There's talk of switching employers.
With some strange emotion, this is about to get really graphic. Last moment to back off.
Our boy, he's only a captain then, but he knows how these men think. If they don't see action soon... At dawn, he comes upon two kittens, breeding in the bushes by the river. Or maybe they weren't breeding. Maybe they were just making eyes at each other. I like to think they were breeding. We shot the boy. He was useless, but the girl, she was nice. A little fat, you know, but not too old. She was quite the entertainment for the week she lasted. Expired in the hands of Sarge Mason. The kind of guy who'd make Chief there shit his pants and cry like a bitch. God. Mason couldn't let go. Cut the tits off her cold body and fucking ate them. Said primitive spirits were watching over him now. Drowned in a creek a week later. Spirits my ass.
Something stirs in your stomach. There's a word on the tip of your tongue. Colorless, odorless. It's...
Жестоко.
You bet it was.
Был там?
No, I was somewhere else. That's just a guess as to what this one little star on his belly might mean. I'm just a bouncer.
Ты ведь на самом деле не лидер антистачников, не так ли?
Fucking mask is getting sweaty. I want to take my mask off. But
Позволь, я заберу фотокарточку.
go ahead.
All right now. Free commerce! Keep the goods flowing!
On the photo in your hands, the dead man's skin is studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them, littering his dead skin.
Я, пожалуй, пойду. Так, ну и, собственно, он мне ничего особо не рассказал по этому поводу. Ну вот этот квест не выполнен, то есть, потому что мы не узнали. Еще кого-нибудь, кто может знать про татуировки.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, all right?
Look, in his hand, going into his mouth, the sandwich. It's hauntingly beautiful.
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never.
Может, сначала спросить, что это за игра?
No, you got this. There's the ball. You're the game.
Взять шар и показать им, как надо.
You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No matter, you'll make it work. God, this is right. You feel the familiar tremble of excitement and adrenaline that precedes every victory. Time has frozen. The cold metal ball is surprisingly smooth against your neck. It has a pattern on it, probably a sponsored ball. Yours would only be covered with bumps of learning and scars of victory. Already your muscles are adjusting to the weight, the nervous system calibrating, until you and the ball have merged into a single entity. The man ball is ready. A chilly breeze ruffles your hair as you stand there, feet firmly planted. All sounds, smells, even the wind, everything fades until the only thing left is the union of man and ball. An embodiment of pure motion, a fine-tuned locomotor running at maximum efficiency. Some would still say you're a cop, but I guess we're beyond that now.
Инерцию нельзя удержать, как нельзя удержать выпущенную из ствола пулю. Отпускай, стань пулей.
Bordel de merde!
It wasn't mid. The shot was at least 23 meters. Probably 24 and then some. Nothing to be embarrassed about.
What the hell is your problem?
Не так? Я не понимаю.
You vandalized our game, son! We can't play pétanque with 5 bull!
Пейтанк?
Yes, pétanque! You ruined our pétanque game! We want our bull back!
Блядь, дебил. Они играют в какую-то игру, типа, небось, выбивать, ну, типа, керлинга, только с шариками. Он подумал, что это метание ядра.
Take it easy, René. This is just a misunderstanding, isn't it, officer? No harm done.
Of course there's harm done, you orange slug! You owe us a goddamn bull!
Ладно, я постараюсь все исправить.
Good. Mistakes are forgiven, when men at least try to right their wrongs. I believe you will try. Now, why did you approach us?
Ты знаешь что-нибудь о повешенном на заднем дворе танцев в тряпье?
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely.
А что такое с большинством местных?
In Martinez, the union is the law. So can you really blame them?
А у тебя, значит, нет проблем с копами?
Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
Спрошу еще раз, тебе что-нибудь известно?
If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old man, not a coward. The daily business of the riffraff no longer concerns me.
Что за будка? Рене, я нашел твою будку.
Yes, the Debardeurs Union pays me to stand vigil during the nights. Not out of any political allegiance, mind you. I'm an old man. Don't sleep more than a few hours every night anyway, and money is tight.
Я видел здесь фотографию, на ней был ты. А кто девушка?
She is nobody. This is none of your concern, and I refuse to discuss my private affairs with the RCM.
The lady is Jeanne-Marie Beaulieu, and she sure as hell wasn't a nobody.
Ты должен был видеть хоть что-то в ночь убийства. Твоя будка смотрит прямо во двор.
Yes, it does. Unfortunately, I wasn't working that night. Been on a 2-week leave since last Monday.
Погоди, а с чего это ты вдруг в отпуске?
It's a private matter. Nothing to do with your investigation.
You see, officer, René is the kind of man would rather die than admit he needs medical assistance or, God forbid, sick it. A real man's man is just gonna ride it out.
I'm fine, goddammit. Mind your own business. It's nothing. Just got to cut back on coffee.
А кто тебя в ту ночь подменил?
No one. The boss has been unmanned since last Monday. There's no other guard. It's just me.
No one has been guarding the container yard since last Monday.
Yes. It's not actually an issue. I mean...
Look, officer, The container yard doesn't actually need a guardsman. Never had one before René. Monsieur Claire had that booth built specially for him. It's mostly decorative.
Декоративная.
The possibility of someone being in there is enough to discourage any ill-minded individuals.
Evrard created this job for René because he knows the Royal Carabinier's pension of honor and PTSD isn't something a man can live off. A decorated Kingsman collecting tear reflects bad on the whole neighborhood. His words.
В том, чтобы собирать бутылки, нет ничего плохого. Я этим тоже подрабатываю.
Oh, I didn't mean to imply there's something wrong with that. I do it too. Everyone does it. It's an excellent side thing.
Yes, yes, yes. Can we conclude the topic of my guard booth now?
He is not going to become an entrepreneur.
Все ясно, спасибо.
Yes, yes. Like I said, it would be up anyway, so might as well keep an eye out. It keeps my senses sharp.
Благодарю за беседу. Логичный металлический шар. Огромные були, шары, достойные настоящего мужика. Где мне его взять-то?
The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100% guaranteed.
The speakers below are banged up and worthless. The sneakers triumph over them. They're the star of the show here.
$50, у меня нет столько денег.
You keep coming back. That's good, officer. Keep browsing those clothes, keep saving that economy.
The woman is still hunched over the railing, her head swaying to the music, her eyes looking at nothing in particular.
Huh? What is it? What do you want?
Что ж, спасибо. Ничего, блин, не знаю, кто мне может про татуировки рассказать?
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
Привет.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
Что это у вас тут за магазин?
It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games. It's called Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses, little girl.
Ну хватит, я знаю, что все это такое.
You're fooling nobody.
Я сказал, что знаешь, что все это такое, черт тебя дери.
Sir, are you okay? You've been standing here silently for a while now.
Можно задать тебе несколько вопросов?
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
Скажи мне, дитя, ты знаешь, не знаешь, где тут можно найти хороший холодильник?
A fridge?
Да, большой такой холодильник, куда полицейский мог бы положить мертвое тело.
You mean like the ice bear fridge? Man, that's scary.
Ice bear fridge?
Yes, like a bear, but white. There's a fridge below the building in the basement, with red glowing eyes. I went back there once, behind the bookstore.
Да?
Mum doesn't want me to go there anymore. Not that I want to. It was pretty scary.
За магазином? И что, там большой холодильник?
Yes.
Тогда еще вопрос. Как попасть в то здание?
That's a problem. The only way in is through the bookstore, but my mum is pretty strict about not letting
За
anyone in.
занавеской.
But I don't know. You're a policeman. Maybe you can convince her somehow. Anyway.
Как тебя зовут?
My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock. Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
Почему ты стоишь здесь на холоде?
I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
Ты молодчина, с самого детства учишься усердно работать.
Thank you, sir. I'm happy to help Mum out with the store.
А тебе разве не надо в школу ходить?
I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running.
Но ходить в школу ведь важнее, чем это.
Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed.
There is stress and unease behind these words. She's reciting etiquette.
Как идут дела?
Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed.
Behind her, the window has been boarded up. You sense the boards creaking. twisting for a second, and some kind of doubt in her tense shoulders.
Проклят, это как?
Cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go...
Банкротами?
Exactly. But we've been doing fine so far.
Я уверен, что все проклятия — это выдумка.
They shouldn't be, but they seem real. Anyhow, they say that these grounds are doomed for businesses.
Они не обречены, но твоей матери стоит сделать выводы из их ошибок.
Of course, sir.
Ладно, мне пора. Увидимся.
Wow, you work hard.
Реально?
Oh, yes. You hustle. You're a provider. It's tough out there, but you keep it real and provide.
Я вкалываю? Это ты о чем?
Look at yourself. You're a human pedometer. You must have walked 200,000 steps down cracked asphalt, mosaic, sand, and linoleum after you re-emerged. That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. The world is harsh and people are evil. You didn't make it that way, and you won't let it break you. You ride.
Не уверен, что я так уж хорошо кручусь.
Oh, you do. You make money. You got gills, baby. Meaning those black papers with the faces of the innocents on them. You bring in the Franco-Negros and the Solas. It ain't easy, but you do it. Day in and day out. You didn't make the rules, but you won't lose. You're a cop and a sprinter and a money printer.
О чем это речь вообще? О чем идет речь? Ну, в общем, да, кое-какие денежки найти удалось.
Sure. And has it been easy? Is life easy? Have you not gone into cardiac arrest? Are you not about to have an anxiety attack or shoot yourself in the mouth? But you still hustle 24/7, ride or die. Now, ask yourself, are you rich?
Нет, вообще-то совсем нет.
That's right. You work harder than anyone. You almost rode yourself to the grave and you're still practically a hobo. Why is that?
Не знаю, и правда, почему я такой бедный?
Because of the taxes. G-Man's got his jam-covered sticky fingers in your pocket, stealing from you every time you buy, sell, walk, talk, fart, so much as sneeze.
Серьезно? Даже когда я чихаю?
Every time you wipe your ass, they got their direct and their indirect modes of taxation. Sales tax, excise duty, extraction tax, alimony, one tax that doesn't even have a name. Plus there's the stuff people in other countries pay for. That makes them ask for more money from you. Here. Total tax duties add up to 98% of all your money.
Серьезно? Охуеть. Уверен, цифра кажется довольно большой.
What are you not sure about? They're milking your nipples till they bleed. Can't you see? Aren't you sick and tired of having bloody nipples?
Кровавые мозоли — это, конечно, больно, но чем тут поможет дерегулирование?
It's all about the tax issue, hustler. No other problem in the world is as pressing as top marginal tax rates. And don't you fucking forget it.
Наконец-то появилась новая мысль.
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance. Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
Этот магазин принадлежит вам?
I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
Девочка у входа сказала, что это место проклято.
Cursed? Who said that? Annette? I will have a word with her. This place is not cursed. It has a robustly magnetic energy. Good for commercial activity. My business is thriving, sir.
Мне сказали, что в подвале этого здания есть огромный холодильник. Можете меня туда отвезти?
A fridge? No, I don't know anything about a fridge. Aren't you interested in books?
For whatever reason, she's lying to you about the fridge. Seems like you have to find your own way to the cellar.
А если я хочу купить книгу?
Goodness, you were already doing good, browsing the shelves. Why'd you stop? Don't you feel compelled? Go, go! Get back there. The books await you.
Какие книги у вас есть?
Everything is on the shelves. Take a look yourself. The shelves compel you, don't they?
Хорошо, я еще посмотрю.
She smiles and nods, seemingly relieved.
Счастливо оставаться, торговка книгами. Торговка. Как-то оскорбительно звучит это. Блин.
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by small pins. The board has come loose from one corner. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez.
Посмотреть на карту Островалии.
This large map displays archipelagos. You see a constellation of small dots on the light blue emptiness of the Insulindic Ocean. The largest in the northeast is La Caillou. You are here. Another far away in the southwest, Seminese Islands, Ile de Fantôme. Ozon, Laurentide, Fas a la Mer, Archipelagos, North Arcade Islands, all just specks of dust on the vastness of the Insulindic. On the edges of the map, the color fades into a blur of dotted lines, black and white, disintegrating into mathematics. In the northeast, a dust mite stands on the north coast of Caillou in a bookstore. It's you. Radiating outwards from you, the suzerain Revachol, with a radius of 80 kilometers, still the crown jewel of this Isola would be barely visible.
Сначала прищуриться. Сможешь разглядеть на островах города.
You can, on Caillou, Revachol, a single black star, on Ozon, Fondelier, and Vimandu, on archipelagos, Croyan Moran, Villiers, on Seminine, Olduvai, and on Laurentide, Deora of the Seven Seas.
Посмотреть на края.
The ocean breaks apart into a tangle of cosines and azimuths, all pointing into pale nothingness. Windy is the north azimuth. Grad is the northeast azimuth. Samara is the east azimuth. Seo is the west azimuth. Isolas, they're called. Connections to other worlds. Words past the Insulindian, unknown to you. You only know you've never been there. You have little idea what they are. Distant stars, gods, but looking at them makes you feel almost non-existent. Whatever they are, the Isolas are immeasurably large compared to you, and very, very far away. Perhaps they are gods, gods of distance and outer dust.
Смотреть на карту Ревашоля.
The north coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of a river. It is the river Esperance. Countless bridges put the shards back together, connecting city blocks to river islands. La Delta says a great artificial heart in the center, teeming with life forms and construction. To the east, rolling hillsides, Le Jardin, Stella Marie, the suburbs of Saint-Baptiste, swallowed up into the megacity. They sound rich to you. This is Revachol East,
Что к западу от реки.
Hudon. It's somewhere to live. Not bad. Then there's Jamrock. It's bad. People shouldn't live there, but they do. Then Forberg. It's almost as bad, and much larger. Then Coal City. It's the worst.
Мартинес.
It's so small you can't even see it on the map. No, wait. There it is. North of Jamrock. The strip of coast next to the Greater Rivershell Industrial Harbour. It looks downright despondent. It's almost Coal City, to be honest. No, Coal City is worse. A charred limb. Rain falls on its slick black streets. And then there's the burnt-out quarter in the heart of Jamrock. Is it cold in this bookstore? Or is it just you? No, this is somewhere to be. This is all you have. But it's still something. Streets and sodium lights, the sky, the world. You're still alive.
Посмотреть на карту Мартинеза.
It's not really a map. It's a tourist thing. A picture postcard with buildings on it, drawn from an isometric perspective. A date in the upper right corner says 48. Still, it's detailed. Could be pretty useful for scouting ahead. You see the jagged boxes of an industrial harbor, even the whirling in rags there.
Уважаемая, могу я купить эти карты?
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The other two are not for sale anymore. And besides, you could scarcely afford them. They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though.
Почему карта Мартинеза такая дешевая?
That old thing. It's an out-of-date map of a tourist location that never was nor came to be. From when some design studio people tried to spruce the place up 4 or 5 years ago, they also renovated the horse statue, set up those coin-operated viewers, and designed the new street lamps.
Что же произошло?
They didn't get that far, for some reason. A shame the project never got going. Would be nice if someone fixed Martinez up. All these ruins are bad for business.
Я хочу приобрести карту Мартинеза.
Always good to be informed of your surroundings.
The worn map features the patchwork grid of the streets of Martinez, with directions to appropriately touristy locations. Year 48 resides on the upper right corner.
Проследить маршрут.
Your finger moves through the various streets, across Rue de Saint-Ghislain and Rue Saint-Sipar, over Saint-Brun and Martinez North. Finally, coming to a halt on the spot where you are currently standing, although the map gives no such indication itself.
For a more detailed view of the map, go to your journal and select the Map tab.
curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you, as if taunting you.
Распахни их рывком, на этот раз по-настоящему.
You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little cage-like trinkets, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
I warned you! You're unleashing forces beyond your understanding!
Плевать. Призрачные силуэты сушилок для волос. Слегка андрогинный портрет мужчины. Один только взгляд на эту женственную прическу ставит твою маскулинность под угрозу. Мою маскулинность? А при чем тут моя маскулинность?
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
То есть я не смогу положить труп в холодильник, получается? Постучать.
Only an echo. No one is there. A hollowed out, dark echo.
Уйти. Может, она мне расскажет теперь про дверь эту?
I wasn't kidding when I said we're parapsychologically done. You clearly don't care about the consequences. What gives you the right?
Я обнаружил паранормальное излучение и осознал необходимость выяснить его причину.
Don't expect my help from now on. The back door is locked and I threw away the key. I won't trifle with such forces. Do look at the books, though. The books compel you. You may be able to make up for this by buying a lot of books. I hope you're a voracious reader.
Счастливо оставаться. Блин.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
Ну а чё поделать-то? Придется... Давай попробуем. Выломать дверь.
Ow, shoot. Whose moronic idea was it to just run through the door? Don't you know that things like that hurt?
О боже. Это точно была не самая лучшая мысль.
Are you alright? This looked pretty intense and painful, I must admit.
What is going on there? Are you really trying to break down the back door? I warn you, don't tempt the spirits, officer. Don't tempt the spirits or you'll damage the holy wards on the door.
It barely looks like you've done any damage to the door, however. It's still locked and closed, covered in dozens of little charms and trinkets.
Shit. Ладно.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says, number 11.
Срезать замок болторезом. И то не факт, что получится.
The shackle snaps like a twig, and the lock falls to the floor with a little thud. It should be possible to enter now.
After you, detective.
Яркий плакат с белой звездой. Настоящая литография. Фотографии революционеров, позирующих с оружием наперевес. Революционеры очень любят позировать с оружием. Книги с критической теорией, об ужасах капитала и всяком таком.
A plaster-cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns. The name on the plinth reads Kraz Mazov.
Почему у того, кто здесь живет, в спальне стоит бюст Краса Мазова?
The white star, the photos on the wall. I think we have broken into the apartment of a young communard. How fitting.
Тому, кто здесь живет, хорошо бы подучить экономику. Узнать, как она на самом деле работает.
I suspect that's exactly what they are trying to do. There aren't many communists around, not after the revolution. Some youth still keep the ideology going, it seems.
Все? Я думал, что-то будет интереснее тут.
Trying to sneak up on me again? Trying to snuff me out? Get away, pig!
Что нам делать? Ждать до 9 вечера?
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. Silence. No one answers your call. Looks like someone has melted half the plastic off with a lighter. The doorbell doesn't work anymore. You wait for a minute or two, but all you get from the call box is silence. No one answers the call. You ring the doorbell, but nothing happens. All you hear is static, but no one answers the call. You ring the doorbell, but no one answers. What an ominous name for a hair salon. Doesn't bode well for anyone's hair. You hear the same waiting room music, but no one picks up the receiver anymore.
Блин.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
А я это не проверял даже. Что за обувь?
Heavy workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnails all over the yard. Isn't this something an industrial worker would wear?
Лейтенант, следы рабочих ботинок.
Noted.
Посчитать точно.
8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud. Where else have we seen a gang of men in work boots? That's right. The hardy boys in the mess hall of whirling in rags.
Осмотреть каждый след в отдельности.
1. Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 46. Just like Titus was wearing in his booth. This is the big dick. Titus Hardy. The one with the bald cap on his head.
Любопытно.
Is it? They didn't even bother to change boots. Putting them on the scene is easy. Maybe even too easy.
Продолжить подсчет.
2. Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 44. Either the blonde muscular guy, Glenn, or the young guy with a plectrum around his neck. 3. Hobnailed work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 43. The inked banger, perhaps. 4. Standard work boot. Number 45 or 46. Theo, the old smoker. You think you even see a tiny fleck of cigarette ash inside the print.
Что еще?
5. Another standard work boot. Reinforced toes. Number 44. Same as before. either the musician, Eugene, or the muscle-bound blonde, Glenn. 6. Light as air. Same make of boot, but number 41. Small like a rat, shanky.
А у меня отлично получается, да?
You're not bad. It's as if the whole world darkens, and the tracks burn in it with strange beauty.
Посчитать остальные.
7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46. The imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms. Fat Angus. Carrying something?
А последние?
8. Another standard work boot, number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole. The right sole is smoother, more worn. Curious. A missing 8th Hardy Boy.
Seven sets of tracks, right? The Hardy Boys were here.
На самом деле 8.
That's all? Interesting. Then one of them seems to be missing. Anything else out of the ordinary?
Несоответствие. Одна подошва стерта сильнее, чем другая.
Interesting. Let's name it the Old Soul. I wouldn't be surprised if this was the missing Hardy Boy. Wonder who he is.
Oh, this one's easy. Way too easy. It's a driver.
У водителей, как правило, правая подошва стирается быстрее, чем левая. Педаль газа ведь справа. Помнишь, мы нашли покинутый грузовик?
With a piece of sandpaper glued to the throttle. Which means that the missing lady driver was also present at the lynching? That's it. She's the Old Soul.
И она же занимается торговлей наркотиками. Любопытно.
Now we know who's the missing 8th person at the lynching. Do you think that Hardy and his boys could also be involved in the drug operation?
Эти гандоны, не сомневаюсь.
We should see what Titus Hardy has got to say on the matter. This might throw them off. Work in our advantage. So, what else?
Легкий след, 41 размер.
I'm guessing that's the skinny Hardy Boy. The one with his front teeth missing.
А, ты про того с крысиной рожей?
Yes, well, he did look a bit like a rat. You're right. Do you think those prints belong to him?
Да.
I could still be wrong, but I'm probably not.
Также есть тяжелый след, вес в 200 килограммов.
200? This could be the combined weight of two people, one carrying the other who's tied up. Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built armored man. Maybe it was a fat Hardy Boy, the one sitting in the middle.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
Это мог быть кто-то с крайней степенью ожирения.
The fat guy from the mess hall isn't that obese. He's more like a farm boy. Definitely not 250 kilograms on his own. You have to admit, he's the best fit we've got.
Ты прав. Жертву тащил тот крепыш из зала профсоюза.
Possibly, yes.
But why?
Ты спрашиваешь себя, почему им пришлось его нести точнее. То есть они его убили не здесь, получается. Они его убили, потом принесли сюда.
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows.
Возможно, жертва была без сознания.
Even easier to carry on a stretcher or between two men. Anyway, it's for future consideration. What else can you see?
Да вроде все. Как думаешь, сколько этим следам?
A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging.
It is not impossible.
Откуда вы знаете?
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Revachol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
Здесь больше нечего обсуждать. Блин, как я это... Мне казалось, что я это уже осматривал. Что мне это отдаление камеры дает, блин? Ну, я бы прокачал. У меня столько очков навыков, мне даже если я дофига мыслей еще наберу, мне не потребуется столько. Поэтому надо, наверное, что-то вкачать уже. Ладно, на этом на сегодня закончим. Ну, потихоньку продвигаемся, правда, некоторые квесты, я так понимаю, я вообще не могу выполнить. Вот и аккумулятор разрядился. Ну, потихонечку вроде как двигаемся. Просто тут еще есть такие моменты, когда надо выжидать время. То есть нельзя просто взять и подойти там и все продолжить там общение с NPC или что-то типа. Тут надо ждать. Вот, ждать, когда откроется новая зона, новая локация, ждать, когда мы сможем поговорить с тем типом из квартиры, который что-то видел явно, вот это вот. Ждать до следующего дня, когда мы сможем спросить, что там по этому серийному номеру из брони. И так далее. Так что даже если сейчас мы в тупике, ну, наверняка что-то разрулится со временем, само собой. Вот, ну, в общем, на этом будем заканчивать. На сегодня, по крайней мере. Надеюсь, завтра еще смогу продолжить чуть-чуть, хотя бы. Все, спасибо за просмотр. Пишите комментарии, советы, замечания. И все в этом духе. Все. Всем пока.